This video is depressing because it turns out that some people are just more talented than others. And it's a downer, man. Because, you know, I grew up, I wanted to be a sportscaster, I wanted to be a baseball play-by-play guy, and there was a moment in my life where I could have gone into sports, and I thought that it wasn't serious enough, that it's not what you did if you were serious about your life. Horribly foolish decision. Because, you know, then I started covering politics, and I sort of craved the day when, like, if you get something wrong when you're in news, it might be a big deal, but if all you got wrong was that the Padres beat the Giants 5-4, when actually the Giants beat the Padres 5-4, it's a recoverable mistake. So anyway, I didn't do it, and but it turns out I probably wouldn't have succeeded anyway, because it doesn't make any difference, because anybody with talent can do it at any point in their lives. Anybody like Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks on CNN with Kira Phillips. Isn't this Kira Phillips, I think? They don't know. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Anyway, he's on with this anchor who, if I'm forgetting her name, I like her. I'm a big fan of hers. So I think he's on with Kira Phillips. And anyway, I guess something had gone wrong, and she's laughing like a morning anchor does. And then she asked Tom Hanks to do the sports. Like he was a guest, and she asked him to do the sports, and he nails it. So, Jesus, look at me, because I'm going to just, let's go through the beginning of this anyway. It's a downer, man.
We're going to check sports? Are we going to check sports? Yes? You know what, Tom? You're doing sports.
All right, let's check the latest from the
Take
ballparks.
it away.
The Washington Nationals staged a thrilling comeback against the Sierra Mariners. They scored 5 runs with 2 outs in the 9th inning. That's baseball. Wilson Ramos had the game-winning 3-run homer for the Nats. It was the first walk-off home run of his career and the biggest 9th inning comeback in Nationals history. Fistfights broke out. It was so exciting. You know, a fan at Fenway Park was kicking back with his buddies, and then a foul ball bounces off the rail 2 rows in front of him and plops right in his beer cup. That's a waste of beer. His shirts and pants are soaked, but he wrung them out and sucked them on the car on the way home. No problem. He raises a cup, takes a sip, ball and suds. That's why kids go to baseball games, so a ball will land in Dad's beer. The Texas Rangers gave out...
Okay, so hold it. We'll come back to it for a sec here. Here's the thing. It's not just good because it's Tom Hanks and you want him to succeed. You know, oh, Tom Hanks doing sports. It's actually good.
It was really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's excellent. You know, it's, you know, just even the little that's a waste of beer. It's a great line. And then what seems like, I mean, I don't know if they planned this or it was, but I mean, it's okay. He took his pants off and sucked on them on the drive home. That's good stuff. That's A material. And then I got to be honest, it just gets better with his stuff about the Rangers game and the sunglasses.
The Texas Rangers gave out sunglasses last night's game at a night game with the Houston Astros. That's so you wouldn't have to see the game. 33,000 fans, including George W. Bush, former president of the United States, and the Rangers team president Nolan Ryan, put on the shades and pretended to be other people than they actually are. That was at the end of the 6th inning. They looked cool. They went home and made love to their wives and girlfriends. The Rangers were hoping to set the record for the most people wearing sunglasses in the dark, as though that matters. And now John Huntsman heads to South Carolina today after declaring for the White House, and the conservatives want to know if he's flip-flopping on a health care mandate. Yes or no?
It's a downer. It literally depressed me. He could do anything he wanted, it turns out. Anything he wanted, he could just do.
That's freaking Woody from Toy Story. That just did the newscast.
He's that talented.
Yeah.
He can do whatever. You want him to do sports? Apparently you want him to do news, you know? Like even, yes or no? It's good, man. He's funny. He's gifted. I don't know, man. I'm going to see him tonight with Julia Roberts and Larry Crown, and I hope it fucking sucks. I couldn't have been more bummed out by this.
Why do you hope it sucks?
Because I want him to be bad at something, but here's the thing, it won't. It'll be delightful. I don't know what else to say, man. He's good. He's good at everything. Great. Good for you.
Don't be so mad.
It's a downer, man. Make love to their wives and girlfriends? Come on.
Is that something you can't do?
No.
Okay. So you're 1 for 1 with Tom Hanks.
Make love to their wives and girlfriends as though that matters. It's good stuff.